Welcome back, trainers. So, what we thought was clickbait months ago, look what we have before us now. And just look at the Armored Mewtwo, how it's wrapped up within itself before you click on the raid. Oh my gosh, it looks absolutely amazing. I think personally, yes, I'm a fan of more simple art and designs like the original Mewtwo, but you take what you get, and this is what we have. They actually bring a Armored Mewtwo in a Pokemon Go. Marketing, yes. For the movie, sure. I'll take it though. It's another addition to the Pokédex. We've never seen anything like this in the main series games. An actual Armored Mewtwo. I mean, pretty neat, guys. So I did do 10 today. Caught every single one. It's very easy to hit excellent throws. We'll be going over that. We do have new raids. We're also going to be talking about those. And where is the Armored Mewtwo going to land? What do you want to raid this for? What's the point? We already know the attack is horrible. The movesets are good, but with that kind of attack, you're not going to really want to do much with it. Well, we'll be going over that. I'm going to show you where it's going to be landing in the Ultra League as well as the Master League, because we can be using it there, and it's actually going to be pretty good. As far as the Great League, you can't get it there. As simple as that. If you could, it would be an absolute just monster. That's for sure. With that huge defense and great moveset for sure. So it was fun. Like I said, did 10 of them and caught them all. So let's go ahead and see what we have going on for this Mewtwo here and discuss a little bit further. All right, so we're over here on PvP Poke. Let's go ahead and take a look at where Armored Mewtwo will land in the Ultra League to see how well it does perform. Now, you do have overall leads, closers, and attackers, and then defenders. We're going to just go overall for now. Now, we could do something that I used to do back in the day. It was called the Power Of, in which I would examine a specific Pokemon, take them to gyms, take them to raids, tell you how well they would perform compared to other Pokemon of the same typings. And it was, but I kind of don't really do those too much anymore. I do from time to time. But anyways, number one is going to be Giratina Origin Form. And then we have Giratina Altered, Blastoise, Cresselia, Venusaur, Lucario. And then coming in at lucky number 7 is Armored Mewtwo. Now the moves that they're calling for are going to be Confusion, which I completely agree with. Then Rock Slide, which is questionable. It's not questionable, it's great, but I have my own personal opinion. Future Sight, Dynamic Punch, and then Earthquake coming in last. Now personally, I would probably go with Rock Slide and Dynamic Punch, or Future Sight, Dynamic Punch. The reason why I picked Dynamic Punch is because, well, Dark types are going to be able to do super effective damage. They might switch into that if they were preparing to go up against an Armored Mewtwo, in which Dynamic Punch would do super effective damage. If they're mixed with other types, let's go ahead and take a look here. Like a Spiritomb, for instance. You're like, okay, well, what about Spiritomb? Well, Dynamic Punch is still going to hurt it. Top counters that Mewtwo can fight up against are going to be Togekiss, Cresselia, Charizard, Swampert, and then Venusaur. Top counters to beat the Armored Mewtwo are going to be Spiritomb, Houndoom, Honchkrow, Giratina Origin, and then Scyther. So Spiritomb will not take super effective damage from the Dynamic Punch, but it's going to be hurting it quite a bit because it is going to be part Dark type. Therefore, it's neutralized. It's not going to not be very effective. And then Houndoom will just absolutely get wrecked by the Dynamic Punch. Honchkrow will take great damage from Dynamic Punch because part Dark type. Yes, it is part Flying, but it is neutralized. Honchkrow is glassy. Then you have Giratina Origin Form. If you had to go up against that with the Armored Mewtwo, just say goodnight, because Giratina is going to wreck you. You have nothing super effective towards it. And then Scyther, which Rock Slide would actually just demolish it and just squash it right in its place like the bug it is. So there you have it for the Armored Mewtwo. And where I was going with, I could do, the Power Of Armored Mewtwo, which I think I'm going to be doing that tomorrow anyways. It's just so bad as far as maxing one out to go up against raids for PvE is because, there's so many other amazing Psychic type attackers. You have the original Mewtwo, you have Espeon, Azelf, Alakazam, and a couple others. So, and there's no point. There's no point. It does have an amazing moveset, but it's just not there with the attack. Now for the Master League, let's go ahead and see where this Mewtwo armor form is going to be landing here. All right, number 24, and they're calling for Confusion for the quick move, Rock Slide, Future Sight, Earthquake, and then Dynamic Punch. Yet again, I don't know if I would go with Dynamic Punch this time around because of the top like meta types for the Master League. There's not really too much dark there. You could say, well, Alolan Muck, poison type as well, so that fighting type is going to be neutralized. It will still take great damage though. Top counter is going to be Togekiss, Swampert, Garchomp, Rhyperior, and Machamp. And then for the counters to go up against that Armored Mewtwo, Honchkrow, Giratina, Origin Form, Metagross, Latias, and Latios. Alright, now let's go ahead and take a look at the new raids, and yes, this glitch is still in the game. Alright, so this is going to be a very nice image here by LeakDuck, in which I will be leaving a link to their Twitter in the description, so you can go ahead and give them a follow. For the Tier 1 raids, and I'm going to say right now, these are all pretty good for that shiny chance. Nidoran Male, Horsey, shiny, Shuppet, Duskull, Shinx, and Driftbloom. Alright, so for the Tier 2 raids, we have Alolan Exeggutor. There you go. If you were not able to get one of those during that whole event in which the Kanto Shiny were released, this is your opportunity. And then you have Mischievous, Pinecone, Sneasel, which is still yet to be released shiny, and then Mawile. Are they trying to tell us something with the whole Sneasel? Who knows? For the Tier 3 raids, we have Alolan Raichu, Machamp coming in strong, which I am very excited to test out a maxed out Armored Mewtwo up against it to see how well it does perform. And then we have Gengar, which also excited to test it against that with the Armored Mewtwo, but I will be taking super effective damage. Scyther, and then Sharpedo, which, Sharpedo, okay. It's fun to go up against. It's very easy. You can do it with one Machamp if your RNG is good enough and you have cloudy weather. Then for the Tier 4 raids, we have Alolan Marowak, Houndoom, Tyranitar, Shiftry, which I have soloed before, and I will be doing that again. And then we have Absol with that shiny possibility. And then, of course, for the legendary raids currently, we have Armored Mewtwo. And then for the EX raid, we have Deoxys Speed Form, which speed does nothing. Alright. And there's that 100% IV for that Mewtwo, 1821. And for that weather boosted Mewtwo under windy weather, that's going to be 2276. Alright, now let's go ahead and talk about why you actually want to raid this Armored Mewtwo. Other than getting, a handful of them, after that you're like, I'm good. But there's still some things you should know here. So first of all, we are going to have that double XP for raids and that 1 hour lucky egg. So you can get a bunch of XP if you're trying to stay on top of your XP game. There you go. Make sure you do that. Alright, next is, this is Mewtwo. It's not another Pokemon. When you catch this, you are going to be getting candies for Mewtwo. Simple as that. Right, so let's go ahead and take a look at mine here. They're all fainted. I need to revive them from all the combat. Now, we take a look at this. We have the same candies, 181 from the Armored Mewtwo that we just looked at. Now, if we do have the return of the original Mewtwo here, guess what? If you did a bunch of these raids, you're going to have a bunch of candies when it does come back out, ready to go and power up, purchase a secondary move, whatever you have to do with that original Mewtwo. So I urge you, if it's going to cost raid passes, obviously, right? But if you're really put off by this attack, I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. But the thing that's keeping me going is it just looks really neat. I'm sorry. I like the design. It's pretty awesome. But on top of that, more seriously, honestly, rare candies and TMs. Simple as that. It's not like you're going to find a shiny Armored Mewtwo, or, you can get a 100, but that's it. If you get a 100, I'm going to tell you this. Sure, power that one up, and then you're done. If you have a lucky one even, maybe power that one up, and then you're done. You just need one. Don't go and power up a bunch of these. If anything, you don't need to power one up. You simply don't. The armored one. So, make sure you get out there, raid them, get that candy, hit it up with the Pineapple maybe a few times, maybe the Silver Pineapple, and if it keeps breaking out, then go ahead and just use the Golden Raspberry. Do whatever you do, but simply catch it, collect as many of these candies, take advantage of the situation while people are out here with the hype to get your TMs up, get your rare candies up, and do what you got to do. So it's not a complete loss at this point, guys. It's still pretty neat. This is just from my perspective. I'm trying to be positive. I could go in and say, it's garbage. Don't raid it. Its attack's dumb. You don't need this thing and such and blah, blah, blah. But I'm going to try to look at the bright side and tell you what you should probably do. And those are my tips there for it. All right, now how to hit excellent throws. So you're going to want to set the circle right outside the boundaries of those purple goggle eyes there, and you should be good to go. Of course, you can make the ring even smaller, increasing your chances to catch it with that even better excellent throw. So this is where you want to about size it up. It's really not difficult, guys. So we're going to take a look at how you're going to hit that now. Now, where you're going to want to let go is about where my screen recorder icon is, that Persian there with that kind of pinkish red background to the left, right above the berries. I'm letting go right above that, and you're going to kind of want to give it a good fling upwards towards the middle if you're doing that curved throw. Once you get this technique down, guys, it's really not too difficult to hit those excellent throws. Now, like I've been over before, and I go over every single time I go over how to hit an excellent throw on a specific Pokemon, it really varies from person to person. We all write differently, and it's the same way for throwing Pokeballs at these raid bosses. I can just show you how I do it, and possibly you can pick up a few tips on how to hit it yourself here. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at a few more of these excellent throws. And the key is to just be patient. Wait for it to attack. After it does do that attack animation, bring in its arm back down. Then you're going to go ahead and throw that Premier Ball and hit that excellent throw. Now you're going to see me not get an excellent throw right now. I kind of go right outside that circle, but it happens from time to time. It's perfectly fine. So remember, if you do have that gym gold or silver, you're going to be getting more of those Premier Balls, as well as if you get that team bonus at the end for the damage. So take note of that if you are not aware. I know there's a lot of new players, that's why I bring that up. So of course we do know that the 100% IV is going to be 1821, non-weather boosted, and guess what? I didn't see a single one over 1800, but that's perfectly fine, because what I was thinking to myself is, hey, I'm getting Mewtwo candies, I'm catching every single one, I'm going to do this lucky trade, and that is simply going to be the only one I'm going to power up. It's not like I need a whole army of these great IV Armored Mewtwo's, because what is it good for? Absolutely nothing. So not really stressing it, and you shouldn't either. So there you go on how to hit that excellent throw. Caught all of mine today, and we're looking pretty good. All right, so one more time before we go here, we're just going to talk about a few more things. I'm going to skip the other site on talking about how good it is in PvP, because I know a lot of you are not really too interested, and we got the gist of it. So these are all of my Mewtwo's here, and it's just like, what is going on here with all these bits and pieces? But somehow it just works. Who would have thought that they would have done this in Pokemon Go? Let me think who's who. I'm just joking. I'm not gonna, I won't be all like that. All right, we went over that. So my best one is gonna be the one that's actually my buddy named Digimon, because it looks like a Digimon. It's serious. I'm just waiting for like 100, cannons to pop out of it somewhere and start shooting missiles, and then pull out 2 miniguns from its feet, and then Digimon, right? So there we go, guys. Let's go ahead and take a look at something else right here. Let's go to the style shop. We do have, that's poses, right? We have new tops. This is going to be the Mewtwo clothes, yeah, you have that design that's like, I'm assuming some like the DNA. And then you have the number 150 for Mewtwo. It's pretty cool. And then the pants, which I impulsively purchased because I kind of like them, but I really wish they fixed the clothes glitches in which clothes are like protruding through each other like this. Please fix that, because there's a lot of clothes I would like to combine together, but they look horrible because of the overlapping like that. And then you have these shoes here, which, yeah, more clothes, pretty neat stuff to buy. And then you have the hat, which I purchased for, I need to stop wasting Pokecoins like on that stuff. But if you like it, go for it. I'm not criticizing it or nothing like that. So there you have it, trainers. Looking pretty cool. This Armored Mewtwo, isn't it amazing? So are you hyped? Do you not care? I mean, it looks neat to have as your buddy and all that stuff, but it's just very unfortunate that its attack dropped much lower than we anticipated it would. But hey, we did go over that. We were expecting that. If you're a longtime watcher of me and understand what is going on here, and in the anime as well, I mean, the suit was to suppress the powers to help control the powers, so said Giovanni, but it was more of a control suit, I do believe, and he just wanted to use Mewtwo to take over the world. You know how it goes. Anyways, with that said, trainers, we now have the Armored Mewtwo. It is here. Well, guess what? Who is clickbaiting now? Right. Everybody's talking about it. So we all clickbaiting. It's all clickbait. Mewtwo armor. Stop talking about it. There were so many negative comments, guys. There were so many negative comments telling me that I was just doing this to get views, talking about it. But look, it's literally my buddy. Let's go. Thank you for watching, traders, and I'll catch you all next time. Take care.